Good morning, Mr. Harry. Introduce me. My name is Fritz Ajiedragono with my partner, Terezha. Today, both of us going to explain about Ikea and its expansion in India. We're going to explain what makes India such an interesting market for Ikea to enter. Now, I'm going to explain about Ikea in a general manner. So Ikea is a privately held international home products retailer that sells flat pack furniture, accessories, and bedroom and kitchen items in their retail stores all around the world. The company, which pioneered flat pack design furniture at affordable prices, is now the world's largest furniture retailer. So Ikea was originally founded in 1943. Currently, the company is owned by a Dutch registered foundation that is believed to be controlled by the Kamprad family. And Ikea is an acronym comprising the initials of its founder's name, which is Ingvar Kamprad. Now, Ikea in India has been present for around 30 years, sourcing for its stores all around the world. In India itself, Ikea currently has 48 suppliers with about 45,000 direct employees and around 400,000 people in the extended supply chain. So it's a pretty big company itself. Now, Ikea started studying India as a market in June 2006, and it opened the first store in August 2018. It had studied the market, invested in it, and understood what may work and what may not. The first store opened in Hyderabad and is considered, with the food sales of 4 million customers in the first year, is considered a success. Now, but before we go further, what makes India so interesting market for Ikea? Now, we must know that India is a culturally diverse country that is home to over 1.2 billion people. Its dynamic economy is projected to have real annual growth of almost 6%. At current rate, the country is expected to be one of the top 5 economies in the world by 2030. But we know that probably may not happen because of coronavirus. But then again, it's a statistic we may not know. Strong economic fund development over the past decade has increased living standards and created a vibrant middle class that is hungry for consumer goods. There's almost 30 million Indians with disposable income of over $30,000 in 2014. Now, trends such as increased urbanization and higher incomes, combined with the growing sophistication of consumers and their increased demand for foreign brands, should only make India an even more attractive market in the near future, in which it is. Now, the retail industry itself in India is an extremely important part of the Indian economy, responsible for approximately 10% of GDP and employing almost 8% of the population. It is believed that the organized portion of the retailing sector is only responsible for between 3 and 5% of the sales volume, but this is expected to grow to 20% by 2020. Now, as India emerged from the global recession in 2018 and further opens and liberalizes its market, retailing should offer a huge opportunity, with estimates expecting it to be worth around $670 million by 2016. Now, after a little more than a decade, Ikea has probably understood one thing about India. It needs to be flexible to do business in a nation with 1.3 billion population. The reason why Ikea is tweaking the way it has been doing since July 1943, it includes fast-spreading online commerce that has changed customers' habits and expectations, rapid urbanization resulting in people living spaces getting more squeezed, especially in big cities such as Mumbai, right? And all this resulted in Ikea's profits falling by around 40% in UK in 2018. So Ikea needs to react and adapt in this situation, right? How does Ikea do this? So Ikea first started investing in online pickup services, digital fulfillment centers, and started opening small format stores. Even it now has a model where consumers can walk in, use their computers to design customly the furniture that they wanted according to their needs in a kiosk within these small format stores, and Ikea will deliver those products to the customers. So, then itself, in its general nature, what makes Ikea so special, like, and how does Ikea incorporates its strategy in India as well? So, first, we should know low pricing. IKEA's business ideas is based on ambition of reaching the many people with thin wallets, as it sets a goal to reach 200 million people in the next 3 years. The foundation for a strong and relevant offer is affordability and accessibility. IKEA will attract many different segments in society and not just a few. So, in a way, IKEA main ideas is to hit the majority people, which is in middle class in India itself, which is through affordability and accessibility in prices itself. Everyone is welcome to shop in IKEA, where 1,000 products, more than 1,000 products, are priced below 200 Indian rupees, which is around $2. Now, secondly, its designs. IKEA is known for creating a low-maintenance home with a mix of classic Scandinavian design and long-lasting modern furniture. The brand, which is planning to replicate its success in India, just like other countries, has introduced Scandinavian concept to Indians, right? As you know, IKEA itself has been successful in introducing Scandinavian design in many markets such as China, North America, Russia, and even Indonesia itself. Scandinavian design was not known at all in what makes it unique in itself, because not many know how it works, and IKEA introduced this in its niche market. So, third of all, the company IKEA itself is also known for the grand savory that it forces visitors to go on every time to enter one of its cavernous stores. But many people believe that this is what makes shopping at IKEA such a thrilling adventure, right? The fact that customers must navigate their way through a tortuous maze, exploring every nook and cranny of the store in the process, find the items they want, then carry them to the checkout counter, haul them to their cars, unload and drag the items into their homes, and then assemble them with the carton-like instructions, only seems to make the service experience more endearing and more special itself. So, this is the general guideline on what makes IKEA such a special case. Now my friend Terezha will explain in details of its strategy that IKEA incorporates in India. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Terezha Anastasya, and then I'm going to continue. I'm going to explain why did IKEA choose to expand their business in India. For first and foremost, is 76.1% of people in India are elevated from poverty. Second of all, the size of workforce in India market is massive. It's like 400 million people. There's gonna be some cost wage if IKEA enter Indian market. And then third of all, population of 362 million people under 24 years of age live in India. A lot of young people live in India. It means more quality human resource. And then we're gonna talk about challenges that IKEA might face upon entering the India market. The first and foremost also is geography. First of all, geography. I've read that in the article they talk about how it's hard for IKEA to find place to actually build the building in India, especially when it's so crowded. It's cities to actually build your buildings. It's actually hard. Second of all, and then from economically perspectively speaking, India have more resource, more workforce, right? So they have more advantages in producing and making the things that IKEA have produced. Politically speaking, first time to Indian market, there's also have been a lot more challenges that IKEA have expected. So there's like a foreign direct investment problem that IKEA solved with the Indian government. And then there's cultural labor force. You actually have to do labor force yourself, so that you get in, you buy some stuff, you actually go around the store, and then I'm gonna pop out this charm, as my partner Fritz has said, this charm that have actually made people really want to go and shop at IKEA. And then second of all, I'm gonna have pictures. You can see pictures here. There's like Ikea in India, and then there's like some related thing for my explanation. And then I'm gonna explain strategies that are used by Ikea in the Indian market. Focus low cost strategy, securing competitive advantage by serving buyers in the target market at the lowest cost and lowest price than its competitors. As you may know that India have many more, there's like retail little store, they have much more better price and much more have same price and same quality as IKEA. So IKEA think, what can I do? What can I compete with? One is the price of the product is cheap and is able to compete with others. As I was saying, IKEA will set prices lower in India than anywhere else. When opening its first store in the country, they're actually just gonna keep it low, but they have to make sure that they don't get them lost. So because cost-conscious buyers are not familiar with DIY, do it yourself, as you may know that we need to actually build the things that we bought from IKEA with ourselves. So it's kind of make it unique, the forced labor that makes people want to go to IKEA just to buy things and then just build it up, have those experience. And then second of all, what do they have in their strategy? Collaboration with local suppliers. As I've told you already, the company also plans to source many ingredients locally, creating profits for local suppliers. IKEA says that they will focus on finding suppliers with competencies and the right strategies fit. At the same time, developing and growing existing suppliers. And India has been the source of raw materials for IKEA for more than 25 years. As I have explained to you, IKEA actually take raw materials from local suppliers, right? So they can actually cut the cost, shipping it all the way from the Sweden, Holland, and those countries. It's more expensive, it costs more. So they can take their source locally from India and still have the same quality. That's it. And then third, IKEA have a complex building structure. In this case, the IKEA building is like large and shaped like maze, so they show us various food stall. So when we actually go in, we're actually entering like the upstairs. I mean up there. You can see that upon entrance, we can actually go down. There's actually food stalls, kitchen, and there's like there's kids section, toy section, and then there's a bunch of things. I like actually make it a little bit more fun. You have, as my partner have explained, you actually have to go by arrows. So you're gonna like, oh, I'm going to enter here, I'm going to enter here. So they actually make you go all the way. It's their strategy. So like you have seen a lot of things, like you don't actually plan to buy those, but you actually bought those. So it's like their own strategy to make you buy more and consume more. As you might know, India is also one of the most potential customer ever. So they have consumed more, so IKEA will have more profit in the near future. And then there's a lot of things that's unique about this. So four is using unique transportation to deliver their goods. As you may know, there's actually a local transportation that IKEA used to deliver their goods to the customer, and it's actually environmentally friendly. They actually use electricity, so they put it in battery, and it's like those cheap version of Tesla. It's not really that cheap, but it's environmentally friendly, so it's a point plus from IKEA. That's it from me. Thank you so much for listening. I'll see you next time.